Welcome back, everybody. I'm Phil. That's Sam. I was going to say I'm Phil and point to Sam at the same time. That wouldn't have really made sense.
I am not Phil.
No, she's not. She's much more beautiful than I am. So I'm grateful that Sam is going to be here because she's going to make me look good.
I don't know about that.
Everybody agrees in the comments. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. That's what's going to happen.
Oh,
Anyways,
my God.
so we got
Anyways.
Disturb, the sound of silence. Just, make sure I bank these brownie points for later today. I'm smart, don't worry. I may not be beautiful, but I am got some brains. We'll put it that way. Disturbed, the sound of silence is what we're coming to on this one. And I'm excited about this because it's been a long time since we did this song.
This was one of the very first songs that I remember, consciously remember us doing on the channel when we first started the channel.
Yeah. We haven't done the live version before. It's going to be first time for us. Apparently
the music video. We did the music video the first time.
Yeah. Apparently this is a really renowned performance. And like I said, it's been a long time since we listened to this song. Probably like 2 years ago when we first did the video, right?
Yeah.
And it was one of the first times we had, listened to anything outside of our normal
Yeah. I remember
genres.
listening to it thinking it was very dark, and I was like, whoa, this is different.
Yeah. It was just very different from what we had listened to, right? Because we had grown up listening to hip hop. So this, when we started doing different stuff on the channel and expanded it, this was one of the first, shock value ones that we experienced. The irony in that was that we had no idea what Disturbed was all about, right?
Yeah.
They're notoriously heavy metal band, and we've been introduced to a little bit more of them along the way, along this journey.
So recently we just did The Night.
Right. That was one of our subscribers, members sponsored a video. And that's how we checked out that one. Prior to that, I think Inside the Fire was one that we checked out.
Yep.
So anyways, Disturbed, the sound of silence, obviously
We're in the live version from Conan today, right? Yeah.
Very, very different from Simon and Garfunkel,
Yes.
which we've also done. However, we did a live version, I believe, of that. So it's kind of weird because we hadn't checked out the live of this one. We've done a live version of Simon and Garfunkel. And we recently came back to the studio version of a Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yep.
And that was great. And it was, we could see why we needed to experience the studio version of that. So maybe we should go back after listening to this to the studio version of The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
And
Come
get to
full circle.
Yeah, get to compare everything. But without further ado, like I said, I'm really excited to check this out. David Draiman's obviously a fantastic vocalist. So you ready to check out what they're going to do?
I am. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Please welcome Disturbed!
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light that split the night and
so
touched
good.
the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more.
Wow.
People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs and voices never shared. and no one dare disturb the sound of silence. Full say.
Oh,
All right.
he's so good.
Pardon?
I said he's so good.
Yeah, he is fantastic. I mean, we're about to, I remember the explosion that takes place. I think we're building into that now, right? And it's just so amazing to see his diversity in his vocal dexterity, where he starts, lulls you in, right? And has to show off his range of what he's capable of doing from a vocalist standpoint. But even beyond just the talent, the emotional side of this is as well as fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, well, his vocal for sure is giving a serious haunting vibe to it. But even just the instrumentation, I love the keys in this. Like the keys are probably like his vocal obviously is like amazing, but the keys I feel like just add such a needed dramatic effect to it. Like the keys are probably my favorite part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, and the little pockets of spacing that they add in there to emphasize the drama. I think, it's beautiful as well because we have literally so much silence in the beginning, right, of this song. I mean, it's obviously so well written. And I think, a lot of people, when they see Disturbed's version of it, they capture it so well in what the song means and represents from the musical standpoint and the emotive standpoint. But musically, we see in this beginning, this building where it's just this, like you said, the acoustic guitar and the keys that are building it
super
for you.
stripped down.
It's super stripped down. Now we get midway through and we're building it up a little bit more with more strings coming in.
Yep.
And you feel the impassioned side of David building a little bit further. And I think it's just so well constructed, but seeing it live now just adds a whole nother layer to
And
it.
it sounds amazing live.
Yeah. All right, let's see this build where we're going to get to.
Hearing without listening, people writing songs, and voices never shared, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Full said, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed.
Jeez.
To the neon god they made, and the sign lashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming.
Goosebumps.
And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence.
Jeez. How about that for a talk show performance?
So
Like
good.
you'd never expect that. You'd expect that at like a Grammy performance
I know.
or something. Just, the magnitude of that. Obviously, we read it blew up on Conan's channel.
like
and
100 million views, over 100 million views.
very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see why.
Yeah, no, so good. And I love how later on, like when he got further into the song with the explosion, like he just brought so much like grit into his voice through the emotional delivery as well.
Well, that's what's so crazy about it, right? We've got a heavy metal lead vocalist that does something like that, and it fits so well, so perfect for the theme of the song. And like I said, just the sound of silence, I think, and what it represents. And it's almost like there's two different versions of the same emotion or the same two different emotions of the same concept, I should say, in that the sound of silence for Simon and Garfunkel represents something different than what it represents in terms of a sound of silence from Disturbed's version emotionally, right? It's like the sound of silence from Simon and Garfunkel is kind of a cautionary tale or highlighting it that we need to communicate with each other and that communication is super important. But then with Disturbed's version, it's like you've let it go too far.
Yeah, it's like the darker side of it.
Yeah, it's like the sound of silence is causing problems now, and I'm letting you know that it's a problem.
Yeah.
But, it's like a warning, and now, okay, we've moved
Past
beyond the warning.
Yeah. I feel like even the aesthetic and like the vibe of the stage, like the way that the environment was set up was like very fitting as well. Like keeping it dark with all of like the candlelight and the lower, like the hanging light bulbs from the ceiling. Like I feel like it vibed very well.
Yeah. Love the instrumentation in it as well, not to be overlooked, right? I mean,
yeah.
So vibrant, so many layers to it. I guess I shouldn't say vibrant because it's not really a vibrant song, but you know what I mean. The
It's very
complexity
full sounding.
of the instrumentation was there. But I loved it.
Yeah, me too. I honestly would go as far. I would need to listen to the studio again because it's been so long, but I would go out on a limb and say I feel like I might like the live better than the studio version.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people would agree with that. There's just the, like you said, the ensemble of it all coming together in the live version, the visual component. I think they did a good job of making it powerful in the music video. But I think, like you said, the lighting and the focus on him, the way he's, creates an added layer of emotion.
Yep.
I think a lot of people would agree with you.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, let us know down below by hitting the comment section, and make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Let us know if there's anything else from Disturbed that you want us to check out.
Yeah.
We are always open to insights. We appreciate every single one of you so much that come through and watch our videos.
You guys
It is
are amazing.
insane how supportive you guys are, but we are so grateful. And if you can, like I said, hit the comment section, hit the like button on this one as well. It does help our channel grow. We really do appreciate that. We'd love to have you come back or check our next one out if you do decide to do that. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.